Hi everyone, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators. I want to apologize for not having the videos up as quickly as I and you had wanted them to have them up. We're a little backed up in the editing. John hasn't been feeling well, but hopefully he gets better soon and we can have the remaining 6 episodes from Season 2 up. And we plan on releasing the 3rd season very soon as well. I thought I would show you some of the books I've been reading. For the most part, I've been reading The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. I finished this 2 weeks ago, but now I'm rereading it critically, as you could see, because I'm now working on my senior paper, which has to do with telling the untellable through Tim O'Brien's work. I gave it 9 out of 10 after reading it the first time. I thought it was very emotional and really captured the experience of what it is like to be in war, let alone the war in Vietnam. How to Tell a True War Story is the work that I'm primarily concentrating on within this book. But if there was one that really caught my attention, it was The Lives of the Dead, because it just gives you a serving of the emotional background that Tim O'Brien came from, and it tells you about a tragic event that happened early in his life, and it really set the stage to how he approached things and how he approached the idea of relying on the world of telling stories and seeking relief in the through dreams and through one's imagination. Whether you're reading it for a paper or just reading it because you want to be amazed, I would definitely check this one out. It's also National Poetry Month, and I'm taking Irish literature, so my instructor has assigned 2 very interesting poets, relatively similar, but they take some different approaches. Seamus Heaney and Paul Durcan. Paul Durcan's Daddy Daddy. He's got some relatively witty works in here, one of which is Paul, which starts the collection. Then he goes into self-portrait nude with steering wheel. That work is one that is repetitive in the way that it's fun to read, about a 45-year-old man who is intoxicated but sober enough to realize that he has messed up in his life and can admit to his mistakes, but whether it gets him anywhere, it's not entirely clear. And there's Mary Magdalene at Sunday Mass in Castlebar, which that is very insightful, especially at this point in time. We're approaching Easter, and her connection to Jesus Christ in history. And with regard to Open Ground, I'm really planning on getting through this. As you can see, I've got a bookmark in here. I usually go back and forth with poetry, but Seamus Heaney is somebody I discovered, and he is magnificent. You should definitely check him out. 2 of my favorites include Midterm Break and Churning Day. Midterm Break follows a man about 18 years old who lost a relative, and it becomes heartbreaking to find out who it is. And Churning Day has to do with the grueling, demanding task of churning butter, and how it is something that really we don't see it. I remember having a fascination with the idea that the colonial image of the churning of butter as if it was almost an art, but it is in the way he describes it. It's quite a task, almost similar to the cleaning of farm animal livestock excrement, but only in its own little way. But I definitely check these two, Daddy Daddy and Open Ground, out if you're looking for some poetry. On the topic of poetry, the world of literature unfortunately lost a remarkable poet. He was a Nobel laureate, winning the prize in 2011. I'm talking about Tomas Transtromer, the Swedish poet who I own two of his poetry collections. I'm getting into him and I'm really liking him thus far, one of which is Half-Finished Heaven. I also thought I would share with you the poem that grabbed me for the first time. I'm going to read a stanza for you called Evening Morning, which has to, it paints a good picture of the way that he describes the atmosphere of Scandinavia. Here we go. The moon mast has rotted and the sail crinkled. A seagull sails drunkenly over the sea. The thick cube of dock looks charred. Bushes crouch down in the dark. It's quite a short poem, so you just read it and enjoy. It really puts you in the moment, and that's what I like out of poets. And I think that Transtromer is somebody I definitely want to explore even more. You could find this on Amazon, as you can everything else that I discussed in this video. Here's my little pile. I also wanted to remind everybody that once we hit 50 subscribers, I plan on holding a giveaway, and I may also have a second one in store, but I'll give you details in a little bit. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and you can add me on Goodreads and follow me on Caponomics. Hope you have a happy Easter, a happy Passover, or a blessed holiday. Keep reading.